is up, everyone? Back with another video today. I know I'm making a lot of videos. Cause we're gonna be looking at long range. Cause I want to look at this Blizzard. We're gonna start off the long range models first, mainly because of the fact that I want to take a dive into a longer forecast before we take a dive into current forecasts. So right now we have a 999 low pressure center way off. We don't really need to worry about this one unless if you live in Cuba or maybe even like recent Florida. But this is, as you can see, this giant storm right here with a 987 that looks like over far southwestern Kansas. We're going heavy rain and snow to both regions, specifically mainly around the southern Minnesota region. And this is like about 6 hours from now. I don't know why, but I think the models are broken as 216 hours and onwards are not available, even though they usually are. By the time we hit the late on the 25th, because that's going to be like really early in the morning. Whoa. Sorry for that, guys. Because that's going to be like really early that's what I was talking about, really early in the morning. So 12 hours from now, it's going to be 6 in the morning. And this does look tropical. As you can see, it's swirling around and just kind of just chilling out inside, watching the country. This is a 997. This is a 986, so that's how you know it's bad. And it's positioned over now around central Kansas and bringing along heavy snow and rain. This house also has a massive cold front to it. And we can start to see some warm air coming along this region. By the time we hit the 27th, a massive ridge builds up. Well, 26. By the time the 26th comes around, a massive ridge builds up. You can see that swings down through this area and up into Canada. Wow, what an insane, that's like an insane jet stream. But you can see this actually does bring along a cold front, as you can see. By the time we hit the 27th, this does look like an organized cold front, bringing on cold impacts from the plains. As you can see, by the time we hit the 27th, colder air starts to come in, and heavy frozen mix up in northern Maine and those in Canada. So if I were you, I'd watch out, because that looks bad. But you can see that one just goes straight into the atmosphere, like straight up into Canada. And then it looks like the storm that was just chilling on the coast moved out. But then because of this low right here, you see this low on the 27th. So then there's a smaller band of precipitation that's sitting near Florida, which will eventually develop into its own low as of 1009 and continue to strengthen and become a nor'easter, headed up the coast, and eventually becoming a 979 low pressure center. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. A central storm that comes by, leaves a swath of precipitation that forms into its own storm and becomes a 979 low pressure center on the East Coast. Yeah. As you can see, this brings along rain and snow to most of the Northeast. I just skipped by because I was just excited to see it. By the time we hit the 31st, we could see this probably almost to around 960s. So, yeah. I don't know. I can try rewinding it a tiny bit back so you can see. It looks like a 976, my friends, and that's going down. That moves out eventually on the 31st, and what we have left is really nothing. Some swaths of snow and rain still remain in the Ohio Valley, and this thing, I have no idea what it is. I know I study weather and do that stuff, but I have no idea what this is. It might be tropical, anything. It doesn't have an organized low center with it. I mean, it kind of does. It doesn't put up on here. And sorry about that. Jeez, I'm coughing today. It's really weird. It's just, if somebody knows about it in the comments, please tell me, because that's really weird. But actually, no, this does organize. Never mind, this probably is a weaker subtropical system. And then we have a new low forming right here, like right on northern Colorado, which is weird on the 31st. But it does look like it forms pretty well. A new low. I'm afraid this one's going to do the exact same thing it did. 1007. Oh, no, it doesn't because of the jet stream. Like I said, that jet stream is very dependent. It won't go north. Right now, they're just kind of going the same way. You can see that 1,000 just getting ripped apart by the shear. And by the time we hit on the second, which I'm actually going to rewind to the first, you can see a 999 low right here, and this dissipating with some weird, unorganized rain and snow showers, but a lot of it. By the time we hit the second, it looks like it's maybe part of a low, but doesn't look like it. And this, no, it is. It was a very weak low, but then it becomes an 1,000 low, bringing along rain and snow to the Ohio Valley, in parts of the Mid-Atlantic, going into the far southern Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley, and even into the southern part of the United States. And this will turn into a 995, and yeah, this just turns into a nor'easter, or like many nor'easters. So 986 low is going to be positioned right off the coast of Massachusetts, bringing heavy snow to the northeast and some heavy rain along the very coastal areas there. By the time we hit the fourth, this eventually becomes, a very strong low, as they do. It is now a 978 positioned over Maine, and that's the end of the Model 1. At least I think. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't load past 240. I don't know why it doesn't go anywhere past 240. I don't know. Maybe it's just having some issues. But, yeah. Now, we're going to be looking at the ensemble models. We're going to go to the EPS. Right now, they're saying, this is 144 hours from now. But here, we have this warm, now, I want you to pay attention to this warm sector here that's sitting off the coast here, which you might think does nothing. And this coldest position north is starting to recede. Why is it starting to recede? 6 hours from now, a warm swath reaches out and positions itself over the Ohio Valley in parts of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, and then grows. By the 6 hours then, it starts to really develop, cementing itself. By 30 hours from now, it becomes a determined warm ridge that you can see will cause severe weather. I believe it might be being caused Monday, I believe. Yeah, Monday. That's gonna be tomorrow. So you can see, yeah, look at this jet stream. This is a very unstable jet stream pattern. When these cold and warm barriers are clashing, where you can you can travel less than 100 miles from it being like around 8 degrees below average to maybe 10 degrees above average. That's a problem. By the time we hit the 26th, and this only just amplifies. This just amplifies here. Now I can drive from being in central Oklahoma to having temperatures that are like 20 degrees below normal to driving into Kentucky and getting temperatures that are like 15 degrees below normal. I mean, that's still a pretty far drive, but still, this is going to get really bad here. You can see temperatures in northern Maine around 30 degrees above average, and eventually after tense clashing, a purple shows up right here. This means that it's 36 degrees or above normal temperature, like average temperatures. So basically, when cold and warm air fight, they kind of like battle. They kind of like battle it out, and basically, it looks like the cold wins here, and now you can get some relief to areas around like Pennsylvania, like from the Mid-Atlantic and southeast Mid-Atlantic up into the southern Northeast, Midwest, up into Canada. That's what you can see. By the time we hit the 30th, which is the end of the Model 1 here, you can see a cold bubble so pushes into the northeast, and a warmth kind of jumping from the south, which is going to cause a northern jet stream with a huge cold bubble forming. Now, going to the EPS fast model. So right now, so I'm gonna go to 0, and that's what they're saying right now. This is not right now, literally in this. I'm experiencing firsthand because this is happening to me. So, yeah, I can say, yep. And then 24 hours, it just becomes a wall. It's just a wall of warmth, and this warmth continues, like I said. And then the good news is we can actually get longer models, so you can see that this one looks like the cold connects, and it looks like it's trying to pull. So it looks like we have what I like to call a omega block. Well, many other people call this an omega block too. An omega block is essentially a block of high pressure that will basically position itself. And this is also how heat waves occur. Well, this one looks kind of weak. I don't know if it will. Yeah, this looks weak, and it will eventually die down after a couple days. Bringing along some cold into just stretching, just like some minor cold stretching out by around a third. So the GEFS. Again, something's wrong with the models. I don't know why. Something's wrong with the models, by the way. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, the models, something's wrong with them. All the GEFS models, like the global models, are having issues. You can see these are like EMC, the GFS, that's the main one. So yeah, they're having some issues currently. We're experiencing some issues with them. So yeah. That's what you can see. Now, what I want to dive into here is pretty interesting. We're going to be looking at the ocean of sea surface temperatures, because this is going to be affecting our hurricane season. So I'm going to zoom in here, and this is what it looks like. Sorry for the small screen, but here's what we can see. El Nino conditions present as of currently. This will create harder for hurricanes to develop and more southern jet stream. However, you can see a couple blocks of cold air forming right now. Basically, this will mean La Nina conditions are developing, which means a more northern jet stream, which will cause some interesting areas to be developed for sure. And that's what causes those northern, like some years in the winter will be northern jet stream, some will be southern jet stream, and it's kind of hard to tell. And by the way, if I just follow my cursor, because for some reason it doesn't really draw on here, but you can follow my cursor and see, yep, north, that's what looks like a typical La Nina. And in El Nino, which is happening right now, looks like this. As you can see, it's clearly in the south, like it's kind of. But want to hear one thing that there is, and this is why we're getting so many nor'easters, is because we're in a La Nina. The jet stream looks like this, and as you can see, it could curve in the northeast. Now, what I feel bad about for the northeast is that when they have a northern jet stream, it's the exact same. So if you live in the northeast, it's just the same. You still get above average precipitation almost every year because of this, especially if you live on the coastal. Like Maine, if you live in like Maine or something, you guys almost always get above average precipitation unless it's a rare event. Now, we're gonna be looking at the current day. We're gonna be looking at the current day models, and this will be a current day model right now. So you can see, yeah, these are developing quickly. And, oh, why was I missing out on this? I missed out. Are you kidding me? But it looks like we got some severe weather popping up, so I guess this is now becoming a severe weather video. I had no attention of this happening. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer one, but we could see, oh boy, well, Wichita Falls, you might want to watch out. I mean, I don't know Wichita Falls, I believe, is near that area, but yeah, Wichita Falls doesn't look so great now, do ya? We got a tornado radar indicated. However, this is actually perfect because I wanted to bring this up in my video. How tornadoes develop, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to the single site because you can get more features with the single site radar. So let me get the nearest, and this is what I love. is here's how to detect tornadoes. I want to show you guys how to detect tornadoes on radar and eventually how radar works. So, we're going to be going to high-res reflectivity here, and we can see, you might notice something off the bat. What is this curve? This curve right here. Now that curve is the tornado. You see, this is part of, like right here, this is part of one of many supercells that have merged together. And basically, when you have a supercell, it's gonna kind of look. I'm gonna draw this so like you get. This is more like a typical. No, this is merged. That's why I'm gonna draw a new one. A typical supercell kind of looks like this. Sorry for the bad drawing, but it kind of looks like that. Now let me see. What is that like? Kind of. Hold on. Let me try to fix this. See that here. This is a. That is a hook echo. That is called a hook echo in the weather community. And when we have a hook echo, it basically indicates rotation. You can kind of see it rotate. Now this is a newly developed storm. Oh boy, yeah, I went way too far back. Oopsies. Here, hold on a minute. I'm so sorry. But you can actually see real time as this looks like many supercells form. I didn't know this was going to be happening. And especially after tornado, because, hold on, let me see if I have the on, because, oh, I have it on for day 3. Oh, that is why. Okay, I'm weird, am I? Because this will be bad. So looking like we have an enhanced risk of severe weather. So, yeah, I don't know why it's not, okay. Why is it being weird? Hold on, why is my weather being weird? I've asked it to play for 7 frames. There we go. Actually, it might not be enough. Let's go 21. But you can see it rotating. You can see it kind of like rotating on the far, like, you can see it rotate right now. So you can see this rotating and let's see what we can expect if you live in this area. This is bulletin, EAS activation requested, tornado warning, National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma. This is Central Daylight Time. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Archer County in northern Texas, southern Wichita County in northern Texas, southeastern Wilbonga County in northern Texas, northeastern Baylor County in northern Texas, that a severe thunderstorm is capable of producing a tornado, and numerous thunderclouds have been reported too. So that's the problem. This does look like a real storm, and that is the issue with this. Now I'm gonna take your attention away from this in 1 second. No, that's just cursed. Okay, if you guys can't see here, we have a blizzard warning combined with a severe thunderstorm warning. I don't know how this works. I'm just trying to see if I can get the temperature up here, because I don't think that's how that works. Maybe. So hold on, let me get up this, because that is weird. I don't think that's how that works. Let me get temperature on here. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's still chilly. You cannot be saying that's warm. Literally, that's 40 degrees. Like, that's gonna be still really chilly. So if you have to bring, you should have bring a winter coat. I would recommend a winter coat. But yeah, you can see some severe weather up here. But this is what I don't want to. This is why I don't want to distract yourself. Look at this. Let me change the weather radar. Yeah, we're getting some pretty bad winter weather here, especially along this lakeside area. These areas are getting pounded with heavy snow. And I'm actually kind of glad this is happening. I mean, I'm sorry for the people who are experiencing this right now, but I'm kind of glad this is happening because I wanted to show you guys how that worked. So I'm going to bring your attention back down to the tornado warning for a second. And you can see that also, with severe thunderstorms, they're not going to be really widespread. So, if you live right here, it doesn't matter. You're not going to see or experience much. Like, if you live in Lubbock, Texas, not much. Like, it's not like it's really big. No. So that's the thing. Alrighty. So what I'm gonna do, look at the no, I don't want to do forecast. So this is the tornado here. Multiple thunderclouds again reported with the storm. What I like is the radar station literally right north of this, so we can see it. I don't know why it's on winter weather radar. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so yeah, that definitely looks like a confirmed tornado. That's a tornado. There's another way to see it. So this most people say, okay, this is the only kind of radar. This is most normal people, but we also have other things like velocity, dual polarization, precipitation accumulation, and some other products. So let's get this. So we're gonna do the high res velocity, and yep, that does look like a tornado. Now, most tornadoes in the U.S. rotate, what is it? They kind of rotate, I believe, they rotate clockwise. So, if this is red and green, and it's rotating left, that's a tornado. That's bad. That means tornado incoming. Tornado incoming. Bad, bad, bad. But if it's rotating right, now, what does this even mean? Because this might look confusing to you. You might be saying, what is this? Like, what? Like, this might seem weird. Okay, so, red, this red area here, as you can see, not this red, but this red here, means that, so this is the radar station, right? We have the radar station right here near Frederick. Now, this means that it's headed away from the state. It's headed away from the radar station. Like, this precipitation is headed away from the radar station. And this precipitation is headed towards the radar station. Now, I like to think of it, and I know a couple other YouTubers, weather YouTubers specifically, who think of this as well. I think of when this is highlighted green, this means they're saying go, yes, come. The radar feels lonely, so it's like yes, rain, come towards me. But if it's saying red, it's trying to signal it to stop. Now, why does it appear like this? Because basically what's happening is the red and the green are rotating around each other, so they're gonna switch places, and it's gonna look very different. Like this side of the tornado is gonna see, more like. There it is. Now, looking at this tornado structure, and it kind of looks like it's weakling, so either we might get a short-lived, like, little baby tornado, or we might get just a rotation. I don't think this will go that far. Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to recommend that. Yeah. So I wanted to explain that to you guys. I didn't think there was going to be a severe weather outbreak today. I never heard of it. That was probably my fault. Because when I was reading the forecast, they said marginal, and I thought, okay, not that much. But I guess it got more severe because now we have some severe weather to cover. However, I think this is going to be scattered, and plus it's going to be way too late in the night for me to record it. So what we want to do, I think I'll end the video here because I want watch time, and I don't want to make these longer videos. I don't get much watch time. So I hope you enjoy the video. Please consider liking and subscribing because that really boosts the channel out. It helps me gain more traction. And without further ways, goodbye everyone, and hope you have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are.